Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome back. It feels really strange saying that. It's been such a long time. I did actually do a pickups video for vinyls because, to be honest, I pick up more of these things recently than I do video games. Although I've had a bit of a slew of buying them again. I don't know why. Just addictions just never end, do they really? So, got me coffee. Hopefully that'll keep me alert and wide awake through this video. But yeah, I've been quite busy, hence the reason why I've not been doing videos. It's not just the lack of pickups, but the reason why I've been busy is I've not got the funds to it because it's going elsewhere. Like I say, vinyls, rollerblading, and I've been landscaping my garden basically. My whole garden has been dug up, re-put back in, and well, it's nearly there, so close to being there. People who know me probably are fed up of hearing about it, how much hard work. My hands have turned into like flipping actual man's hands now. They're like bloody rough as oat. I need to go back to my office soft, delicate hands. I do miss them. But I've been moisturising every day to make sure that I get back to that. So anyway, you're not here to listen to my woes. Talking about woes, because I've had 2 months of digging up the garden, and before that I've been like really fit and everything like that, and I've put on a stone since Christmas. So yeah, I've a bit more chubby, filling out the t-shirts again. That was a bit of sad. I was going into a really good, healthy kick, and it was like it wasn't Christmas that stopped me, because Christmas I was doing really well. What stopped me was I got a tattoo, and then it needed a second session. I did like 15 hours on my leg, and it stopped me from doing anything. And in that time, it made me want pizzas and takeaways. And then I started my garden, and I was like, oh well, I'm getting fit doing my garden, and I'll celebrate by having more pizzas. And yeah, it was a downward slope. So not good. That Uber Eats got a bit of a hammering over the last couple of months. So, but anyway, I'm going to do a Retro Red Steve, and I'm going to be like, on Monday we're going back. We're gonna get healthy again. Need to start running again, actually. But like my other excuse for delaying the inevitable of fitness is because I'll say like, well, if I run and I get achy, then I'm not gonna be able to do anything in the garden. It'll put me off, and it's gonna be nice tomorrow. There's always an excuse, isn't there? So, like I say, I need to get that out of the way, and then I can start focusing on being fit and healthy again, and maybe even start playing video games a bit more. I've slowed down playing video games as well. So I started ramped up and then went down again. So never mind. Right, I've got some retro video games here. It's been a long time since I bought retro video games, so that's nice. And then I'm going to end it off by having retro video games in modern systems. So yeah, that'll hopefully keep some people's attentions. I don't know. But yeah, what order I do this in? Right, okay, first up, we'll do something quite simple. So I was watching James Import Retro Video Gamer, whatever he's called, and he picked up a few controllers, and he said the D-pad on these are quite good for fighters and stuff like that. It feels like a slightly smaller PS1 pad. By the way, this is for the PS1. And yeah, I'm not too sure if it is better. I've not tried it yet. This only came yesterday, so it's a Hori pad. This cost like £8 delivered. It was flipping bargain. So I love the transparency in these controllers. I do miss transparency in controllers. Seems to be a lost art these days. But yeah, looking forward to giving this a go, because obviously I do like collecting my arcade sticks and stuff like that, but that's mostly for visual display purposes. I'm not very good actually playing video games with them, although I do enjoy playing video games with them. If I want to try and be good, I'll have to use a D-pad. So hopefully this will improve my gameplay, and if it doesn't, I want my money back, James. So next up, it's not a game, but it's something from a game. Why not? Konami did a few of these plushies. Who did they do them with? Not too sure. Item Lab. Yeah, so I've got a Parodius one, the octopus from Parodius, and there's a couple of these Castlevania ones, and I've got this one. Yeah, I think that the other one is quite hard to get. I can't remember who it is, the other one, but yeah, they're really cool. I watched Retro Ghetto, and he was doing a room tour with someone, and he pulled this out of the box, and I was like, I must get that again, because it's always been on the back burner to get, but I always forget. So see if I can do a Dave. No, not very good at stacking up. So yeah, that's the peripherals and items out of the way. Now it's video games. So another sip. I forgot how to do this. I mean, not that I knew how to do it anyway, but talking about Retro Ghetto, he showed a game on, what was it? Was it his a market pickup? Anyway, he picked up this game, and it's a game that I've been wanting to get for a long time, and it is Blues Brothers on the Super Nintendo, or at least in my case, it's the Super Famicom. So this, to me, is an Amiga game. I used to play this on the Amiga quite a lot. The music was flipping fantastic. I loved it. And I'm pretty certain this is a port of the Amiga one, but with different graphics. It's not the best game, but it's a nostalgic game, and it's always been a game that I've really wanted to get. However, this isn't a cheap game. It's not too bad on the Super Nintendo, the PAL version, because obviously it's made over here, and games over here usually are a lot more expensive in Japan when they've been ported over to Japan. Sort of like Earthworm Jim, you know, just the stuff, the staples that you think were staples over here, you tend to be a bit more expensive over there. Crazy. It's like the opposite for other games. It's just like, yeah, like I said, games developed in the West tend to be more expensive there, and this is one of them. So this tends to go over 100 quid. And yeah, so Callum's video prompted me to search on eBay. Oh, I've been wanting that game for a while. Let's see how much it costs now. And there was one for sale for like 40 quid. And I was like, oh my God, send an offer of 35, because even though it was like I would have paid 40 quid, you got to put them offers in, haven't you? So yeah, I put 35 on, and he counted for in the middle or something like that. So I was like, yeah, buy now. I think the reason why it was a little bit cheaper is because it had like a dink there. But yeah, fully complete. I'm not a mint box collector, but all the corners are sharp enough. And yeah, it's something nice to add to the Super Famicom collection. Something that means something to me, something that like I have nostalgia with. And yeah, flipping great game. Well, good game, we'll say. I'm looking forward to playing that again, actually. So see what the difference is between the Amiga and the Super Nintendo. So next up, we're going to the Mega Drive. We've got a couple of Mega Drive games now. So yeah, look at that teeny tiny box. Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? So yeah, this is Batman on the Mega Drive, the Japanese Mega Drive. So these are flipping cool, I've got to say. I love these Sunsoft boxes. It's not a minter, it's got like sticker damage. The box is a little bit damaged inside, so it doesn't hold the cart, but I mean, the size of this, it doesn't really make a difference really. So but I mean, the rest of it is good, honest condition, and that's what I like to see. And yeah, it's since I got the what's it called, Fantasy Zone from Craig, I was like, I need to get the rest. So problem is, the rest are not flipping cheap. Like I think this is the next cheapest one. That's a decent Sunsoft box, because there's only a handful that are actually decent to get. I think the next expensive one's Lemmings, which commands over 100 quid. And then you got Flashback, which is like 200 quid. Crazy. When, again, these games, even though these are 10 a penny over in the UK, they'll cost a lot more in Japan. And this is no exception. This tends to be around 100 quid. And I just did, because I bought that, I started doing a flipping retro game fucking search. Like that's the problem. eBay is evil and addictive. It should come with a warning. eBay should come with a warning, because like you can't do eBay once. You can't just go, oh, I've had my fix, because something comes through the door and then you get like that endorphin rush, and you're like, gonna get some more. It's just like who was it? Ninja Bear Hug the other day, Stu. He said, I'm not gonna be getting any more games, and then of course the inevitable words that you utter as soon as you say that, like more games could come through the door than you've had for the like last year, because you've said you're not going to be buying as many. It's the same here. I'm trying not to buy games, but sometimes you have a look and then you see a great deal and it's too hard to miss. You can't not buy it. So this is one of them. Again, I've been wanting to get this for a while, but yeah, nice to have, and such a cool car. I mean, everyone knows what Batman on the Mega Drive is. Great game, great platformer. Not as good as the NES version, but I think some people might say otherwise. And next up, we have got a heavy hitter, but in a not quite so heavy way. So let's have a sip of coffee for this one. Yeah, we've got Undead Line. I didn't think I was going to get this game, to be fair. Did not think I was going to get this. And just duly to the price. So this tends to go between 350 to 500 quid. I've seen it sell for over the last 2 years. So I didn't think I would ever get this game. Never thought, 1,000 years. And the reason why I've got it so cheap is no manual. No manual. And the label has got that, the dreaded Mega Drive peelage. So all that kind of suggests to the seller it's probably not worth as much. And I think there was another one that was on for sale for a little bit more, and it was a cart only with a reprinted cover. And I think the person who priced this one up priced it up to that one and wanted it sold fast. And I got this for 100 quid. So basically, all I have to do is get a manual for less than 250 quid, and I've got the cheapest Undead Line I've ever seen for sale. And yeah, I did. When you got no manuals, it does worry you, but like it's got the honest sort of like ripple color, like sort of like, you know, the old sort of paper look, which makes me feel a little bit better. Like a bit like I've not been ripped off. Hope I've not been ripped off, because it's a lot of money still, but it's just not a lot of money for Undead Line. So yeah, great to have. So this game, this only came out in Japan, so maybe not many people know of this game. But yeah, this basically is a walking sort of like constantly scrolling shooter. So it's almost like a cross between a space shooter and Commando, because you don't run around like Commando. You kind of move like a ship. However, you've got like obstacles that you've kind of got to like traverse and stuff like that. Great game, brutal game, and I just love the aesthetic of it. It's a gothic horror, death sort of looking game, and yeah, I'm not very good at making superlatives, but here we go. I tried anyway. But all I know is this is a great game. It will kick your ass and it'll try and make you die as soon as you flip and put it on. But that's what's fun about these kind of games, and it's just great to have. Just pleased to have it. So yeah, that is all my retro games. However, don't turn off, because I do have games that are sort of like not inspired, but like they've got like a heritage for retro. So let's have another sip of coffee. So the next one, who was I watching? Oh God, what's he called? This SNES-tastic Pete. And he was on about what games are released now on modern consoles that were from like the Amiga and stuff like that. And funny enough, I just picked up this, and it's Beyond the Ice Palace 2. So a lot of people probably don't know of the first one. They've probably gone, where was the first one? Beyond the Ice Palace 1. Well, the first one had its life on the Amiga and the Atari ST, and it was I used to like it. It was like a really old school, like it looked like it was sort of a C64 game ported to the Amiga. Maybe that's what it was actually, but I don't know. But I remember it on the Amiga. Terrible game, but had something about it that I really loved and kept me trying to beat it. Don't think I ever did, because I don't think it was not very good controls. But yeah, strangely enough, what, 20, 30 years later, a sequel came out on the PS5 and Switch. So this looks fantastic. I'm not going to be putting videos on, because if I do that, I'll probably not put the video up. I'll probably not upload it, because I'm not very good at this at the moment. But yeah, like it's sort of like, I'm pretty certain it's like more of like a Metrovania style game, but like with not Amiga graphics. In fact, I don't really know, other than the story, which is a basic story, I don't know how it's going to link in with the original, but I saw that this was about, and I was like, I need to get this straight away. So I've had this for ages, but I've not shown it. So next up, PS5 again, we've got Lunar Lander Beyond. I mean, you can't get any more simple than this. So simple gameplay, simple graphics, but like addictive gameplay. So yeah, I've not actually looked at this. I saw one of my friends picked it up recently. He doesn't do YouTube, but he picked it up and I was like, I need to get this. And it was like 10 quid or something. I can't remember where I got it from. But yeah, bargain. So had to get that. Lunar Lander, great fun game. I'm pretty certain this is on the Switch as well. I'm not too sure. Next up, we have got a limited run game, Arzetti, the Jewel of Paramore. Now, you may not know what this game is, because it was sort of like stuck with limited run a little bit, but basically this is a spiritual successor to the Zelda games on the CDI. So because the Zelda games had like such a cult following, someone decided to make a Zelda game, and they made it where the controls were actually a little bit more playable. So yeah, it sort of plays very much like it, and it even has like the really bad drawn cutscenes and characters that would have been in there, but like in a new, well, a less Zelda-y way, so they don't get flipping sued by Nintendo. But like, yeah, basically, if you've played the Zelda games on the CDI, you'll know exactly what this game is. Yeah, bad CGI, bad acting. In fact, I think it has some of the actors from the Zelda game, well, the voice actors from the original Zelda, reprising roles. Well, not reprising, but you know, doing roles in this. And yeah, it's almost, I think this is actually a good game. What I've heard, a lot of people said it's not just a novelty factor. So I didn't get this from limited run. I got this from something Canada. Again, my friend who told me about that told me about how the Canadian dollar was compared to our British pound, and it was like a lot cheaper to get this from Video Game Plus in Canada than it was to get it from like limited run all them months ago when it did get released. So I bought it from there, paid probably about 25 quid for this, delivered. So it was a no-brainer really. And yeah, last game, one from Strictly Limited. I can't remember when I ordered this, and it is Tito Milestone. Yeah, so this is designed to be, as in it's a arcade box, and the reason why is inside we have got Titotronics Milestones. So this is a special edition. Shall we get it open? Because I do want to play this. So let's get this open. I've not opened it yet, obviously, but I actually don't even know what's in there. It's been such a long time. This came, I think this was more stuck with another game. So, I mean, I don't really need to buy games again, because I've got so many things coming through the post that from limited run companies that I could probably not buy a game again for the rest of my life. So, yeah, we got some I love stickers. And then, what we got? Everything's sort of like fits in so snug. A plethora of posters. I'm assuming that's what it is. That will never see the light of day again. What is this? And I think that's another poster. Pin badge. What was it saying? That Tito Milestones. I think that's like a little flexible magnet thing. So don't put that next to your cassette tapes. Some Top Trump style cards. Postcards. Just your total draw tat, innit? CD soundtrack that I'll never get played. Oh, and then we've got, these are pretty cool. Sort of like marquees, but stickers. I haven't got to the game yet, bloody hell. What are these? Like the arcade posters, but like lots of bloody tat in it. So much tat. And then you've actually got the game itself. So Tito Classics. So you've got on there Kicks, which top drawed game. Space Seeker, Alpine Ski, Frontline. Oh my god, it's happened. I've got to become one of them fucking YouTubers that are like can't fucking see anything. Chack and Pop, Elevator Action, Fairyland Story, Haley's Comment, and Ninja Warriors. I hope they do a thing where you can have the whole screen, like all 3 screens at once. That'd be pretty cool. There is 2 other Tito Milestones, unfortunately only on the Switch. Don't know why. Oh, and then it also comes with a little book that doesn't fit in that box for whatever reason. So yeah, this is probably the best bit, to be honest. Oh, it's not. I thought it was a book. Some coins. And then what the games are. Yeah, just choice tat to be filed away in a drawer and never seen again. So yeah, I better put it back. God, this is going to take me a while. Oh, I better do this after the video. But yeah, that's all my retro pickups. I have got some modern stuff, which I'll probably do another video for. I might even do it now. But yeah, another thing, I thought I'd say this at the end. But yeah, unfortunately, my last cat died a couple of days ago. So yeah, so not being, I've been a little bit sad, to be honest. I've just buried him in the garden this morning. Next to his sister, who died last year, which, yeah, pretty sad. 17 years old, good innings, but just wasn't expecting it from him. He was running around chasing after pigeons after I bloody put grass seed down, and the pigeons have been coming down and him been going out and chasing them. And I've not been putting any chemicals down, so it's not like I poisoned him or anything like that. So I don't know what's happened to him. There's like no sick or anything. He was just laid at the back window after, patio window when I came home from work, and yeah, just devastated, bit sad, but I guess he's in a better place now. He's with his brother and sister running around in the sky. But anyway, sorry to bring a bit of a downer at the end. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Oh, peace.